Hello, my name is Kevin. I'm an IoT Applications Engineer at TELUS, and it's my job to envision and develop applications and solutions that leverage IoT, specifically mobile IoT on TELUS's networks. To begin, let's take a look at the IoT Starter Kit. This is the TELUS LTE-M IoT Developer Kit. It is composed of 3 separate modular components. The microcontroller unit, or MCU, is this large whiteboard at the base. Then we have a sensor board, and finally, there's a cellular shield that provides the connectivity here at the top. I'd like to show you how easy it is to get started with a sample application of IoT on Azure's IoT Central. If we go to azure-iotcentral.com, it is actually very quick and very easy to get started. We can click New Application, choose the trial plan, and finally, set an application name. For example, TELUS IoT Starter Kit, and hit Create. So your application will be provisioned in a matter of seconds, and now you're ready to go. I've already pre-configured an instance to read the temperature, pressure, and humidity data from this very kit. So this kit is going to react to local environments. I'm going to change the temperature by touching the sensor. The platform takes an average of readings over 30 seconds to prevent false readings from generating random spikes and dips in our data. That's why you'll see a small delay in the data flow. It should be reflected on the platform very soon. There we go. So this is a very easy way to get started with the kit. The IoT Central application is available online for new developers to use and try out. It really is that simple to report information to the cloud. Now, I'm assuming you're familiar with this Quick Start application. Let's go a bit further with some custom solutions. Well, the next step is for us to incorporate a few more components. This is an IoT Lock Box that is connected through our LTE-M network. With the Lock Box, the first component we wish to highlight is our LTE-M Starter Kit, which we saw previously. It's an Azure certified device, which means it will work out of the box with Microsoft Azure without any hiccups. Of course, there are a lot of sample applications, including this one, that are already available for developers to experiment with before they're ready to create their own applications. In this case, we decided to create an IoT Lock Box because it is simple to demonstrate, and we can interface the microcontroller unit with a variety of different onboard sensors and other pieces of external hardware. We can connect the device to the cloud using device-to-cloud and cloud-to-device messaging through Azure's IoT Hub. The Azure IoT Hub is the layer underneath IoT Central, which we saw a little earlier. With this application, we're able to issue commands to the cloud from this phone and back down to the device and unlock or lock the lockbox. So let's click Unlock here. I'm going to get a status update saying that the unlock was successful, and a couple seconds later, this should be reflected physically on this device. You can see the green indicator. The lockbox is now open. We can retrieve whatever object is inside and close it back. Then, now to lock the system, you can click Lock. Again, I will get a status update saying that it was successful. And a couple more seconds later, we should see that the indicator flips back to red, and the lock box is now fully locked again. So what we've done is issue a command from the application to the cloud and back down to the kit to unlock and lock the lockbox. That's pretty amazing. The Azure IoT Hub exposes a set of tools that allows developers and end users to communicate through the hub to your devices. One example is the Azure Toolkit. This is an extension on Visual Studio Code that allows you to test and monitor your devices. It sends commands to your devices and receives data through the integrated development environment of Visual Studio. Now, beyond the development stage, if you want to deploy a solution or create a more end-to-end prototype, Azure IoT Hub also offers a set of SDKs for developers to utilize. In this case, we were able to develop an iOS application on the Swift SDK, which communicates with the cloud and controls our lockbox. This is a very basic demonstration of what these SDKs can do. We can go a lot further with LTE-M and Azure cloud platforms using both SaaS and PaaS-based platforms. Of course, there are a lot of sample applications, including this one, that are already available for developers to experiment with before they're ready to create their own applications. And further possibilities include adding some edge processing power to unlock facial recognition or face detection features as a secondary authentication method. For more information about this and more, please visit us at telus.com/LPWA.